Happy holidays and welcome to the 12 Days of FREAKMAS, where I bring you a different creep, lolcow, predator, or interesting fella every day leading up to Christmas. Today, my grubba brings to you Dylan Vega. You see, this little guy has a tad bit of history on this channel.
Hey, my grubba!
He first caught my eye a few months ago throwing his weird political views out there, but mainly for his tendency to throw around the abbreviation for cheese pizza, claiming to watch it all the time and never getting caught. Another few main points to keep in mind about this guy before we move forward is, of course, his belief that the age of consent should be lowered to 14.
So, I hear that the Republicans are now trying to lower the age of consent to 14 in order to dissolve the structure and Donald Trump of all wrongdoing. I think, you owe somebody an apology, don't you? Huh? Somebody, that you smeared as a pedo, for saying such things? Yes, and this is exactly what's happening. Yeah, exactly what I said is coming true. My prediction is coming true as it usually does. And yet, you couldn't see it, so you smeared me as a pedophile because I was the one that wasn't afraid to say it. I could see this happening. And yet, you, called me a pedophile for saying it. Now, the age of consent being lowered to 14, that's halfway to 7. My prediction was 7, now it's 14. What's the next step? I think you owe me an apology.
And at the point that really drove it home for me, that this guy, he wasn't doing any sort of kind of bit. The unkempt beard, the greasy hair, the voice clearly devoid of any testosterone. This guy was just a full-blown creep. Was the infamous fondling video.
You see, when you fondle somebody, it's an expression of love. You are showing your affection for that somebody by fondling them. You are fondling the spirit of their soul in the physical realm of their body, of their skin. So when you fondle an individual, when you fondle a child, you are fondling the essence that you are grooming as the parent of that child in order to grow up to be a proper and decent adult in a civilized society. Do you understand the purpose of fondling, the reason behind fondling? Why fondling, the act of fondling, the concept of fondling is so important. You have to fondle children. You have to fondle adults. You have to fondle animals. Anything that you love and care for, it needs to be cared for by the act of fondling.
He believes it's not just okay, but it's more essential for a child's development to be fondled. Just an absolute menace, and of course I still hold the belief that this guy isn't safe to be around kids, not only due to these very warped and weird views of his, but also from how unstable he is.
No, don't tell me to chill. Don't tell me to chill. I'm seeking truth. A homeless guy told me the truth. He was a common street preacher. That's what he did for his profession. He's a common street preacher. Preaching the truth, and people give him money. Well, he did.
So what exactly is this predator up to now, since those 4-month-old clips? Just the same shit, still talking about kids.
Well, I'm not yapping about children anymore, am I? You better be happy that I'm not talking about children. Huh? Is that what you want? I'm done talking about children now. I talked about children and now I'm done. I'm finished. I make my own rules.
One thing this Dylan Vega character doesn't seem to get is the way he talks about or tries to joke about himself being a pedophile, talks about kids, or flaunts in people's faces that he's faced nearly no consequences isn't something you just get to quit doing and walk away from, then get to continue making videos like nothing happened. Because way back when I first covered him, he said the same thing, that he was done, yet here he is posting multiple times a day, still to an audience that does nothing but point and laugh and draw parallels between him and other lolcows like Chris Chan.
Like I said before, many moons ago, I'm not Chris Chan. Chris Chan is me. I am the one that invented Chris Chan. I was the one that openly talked about pedophilia. Okay? Chris Chan ran away from it, then he became a woman. Because he's a bitch to survive prison. I would never even charged, much less arrested. I was never indicted, I was never arrested, I was never convicted, I was never jailed for anything. I just say shit and I get away with it because I'm winning. I don't do drugs like Charlie Sheen. I'm sober and I'm still winning. I'm sober, I'm square, and I'm winning. I'm always winning. Fucking bastards. Look, what did Chris Chan do? Chris Chan isn't winning. She's a nobody now. A fucking nobody. A nobody with a dick. That's what Chris Chan is. Nobody with a dick that uses it to fuck her mom. Because she can't get pussy. So she has to get her mother's pussy. And then she wants to be it. Then she wants to have a pussy because she can't afford it because she's broke. Yeah, I may be broke, but I don't want a pussy.
That's the thing with Dylan. Doing better in life than Chris Chan isn't winning. It's just barely scraping by on the bare minimum. And with his footprint on the internet, I'd hardly call his current situation winning. Especially since he holds content creation so, dearly to himself, believing everything he puts out has some sort of value to add to the world. Dylan has in fact always seemed to have a soft spot for content creation, with one channel of his dating all the way back to 2012. But in watching clips from his old YouTube channel, it just really saddens you, because where did it all go wrong?
This is the Dylan Vega Show without Dylan Vega! And this is a shout out to all my fans out there! I'm sorry that I haven't made a YouTube video dropping grounded and spanked for something I didn't do, because the school in my neighborhood and made a false accusation about me.
I didn't even really catch this part of the video because of his voice until I started editing. A false accusation allegedly made against him from a girl in his neighborhood. Maybe that was a little bit of foreshadowing as to the type of man this poor young boy would become.
So I'm sorry. So please forgive me. Bye. So anyway, the shout out to all my fans. So I'm going to go outside and hop on one foot, and if I don't fall, we have 6 more months of the Dylan Vega Show.
He may not have been a very interesting watch, but you could see how much fun this kid was having posting to the internet. Maybe how hopeful for the future he was, maybe this kid at some point in time could have been a good content creator. So where did it all go wrong? From starring in the Dylan Vega Show to openly talking about kids in such a manner that in and of itself should have earned him jail time. Anyways, that's all I can handle in terms of Dylan Vega's voice for today. Thank you to anyone who's watched all the way through. Remember to comment or leave in the Discord any lolcows you'd like to see covered here. Leave me a like and subscribe for more shit like this. Merry Freakmas and happy holidays. Later, Grubbas.